All right, I want to talk about this dream I had today. I woke up from. There are four areas. Each area is completely independent from one another, and then not only that, each area was surrounded by like a laser blue light, and I knew that it was guarded, and there was a barrier. You couldn't get from one to the next. So next thing you know, I'm jumping way up in the sky, and I go to the next area. Once I get to the next area, my cousin's there. He's coming up. He's telling me he's hungry. He can't, buy anything. And it hit me like I already knew it was about the mark of the beast. And I tell him, you cannot take the mark of the beast. He says, yeah, I know. And the next thing you know, I tell him, you can't commit suicide. And I woke up, and that was it. So for the first part was each area was completely independent, but it was also guarded. And I got, Kent Peters had a dream about the end, and one of the things he said was in the United States, each area you needed a ID or passport to go to the next area. You couldn't just go to the next area, and that's what I got from that dream. And I remember, him watching that video, and like a few days later, I see on the news, and they're talking about this idea of doing that, and it just gave me more confirmation of what he's saying was true. And then the second part of the dream was he was hungry because he couldn't get anything to eat, which you see right there in Revelation 13:16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you can't buy or sell anything. That means you can't buy food or water. He was talking about how hungry he was. And, the thing that really hit me, even though I didn't see it or experienced everything, or I didn't see it or experience it, like, I felt through the Holy Spirit, like, how hard it was going to be. Like, I felt like it was so hard. And I feel like so many people just don't realize how hard it's going to be. Especially in America, where we eat more than we should, especially me, you know. But anyway, I fasted and prayed before where I haven't eaten or drinking water for like 3 days before. And I'm telling you, man, the thing that always surprised me was how bad I wanted the water. Like, the food completely disappeared. It was like I just wanted water. I went to sleep and I would have dreams of me drinking water. That was the dream, you know. Like, I wanted water so bad, and it's just like you just don't realize how bad your body wants it until it's not here. So that was the second part of the dream, and the reason why I'm telling you this dream is I want to warn you. But not only that, like, buy the food and water now. Have some water bottles stored up. Just throw out something you don't need. If you need room, but have water bottles. Have it under your bed. Put it somewhere where you can have it. But not only that, Amazon has Augustin Farms. These items where you could buy, and they last for 30 years. So buy one of those things. So you can have for yourself. So that was another thing I want to say. And then the next part is so about the food too is I also heard other people talking about dreams where this is how they try to make you take the mark of the beast. Hey, take the mark, and then you can have food and water, and a lot of people did. And the thing is, there's so many people, there's so many Christians that believe in once saved, always saved, that they believe that they could take the mark and it's okay. And look, I'm going to read this part, Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So you see right there, anybody who takes that mark, you are done. You're completely unredeemable by God, And I seen a bunch of dreams about that, where, as soon as they took it, they went to sleep and they woke up and they're completely changed, completely gone. There was one dream, the grandpa left, he took the mark, he came back, the granddaughter's running up, and she stops, and she knows something's different about him, and she says, what did you do? And she knew she took the mark. And I have a bunch of dreams about that. Like, you're gone once you take that dream. You take that mark, and you see it right there. So you cannot take the mark at all, completely, period. But not only that, how many people are going to they're going to be hungry and think about, they're going to they're gonna say, oh, you know, well, God will understand if I do it because I'm hungry. You know, how many people will say that and do that because they're so hungry that, you know, it'll be okay. God will let me do it. And you see it right there. I just read it. Anybody who does it is gone forever. So that was a big thing. And then the third one was suicide. You know, I was watching some video. Some girl, she was about to commit suicide, and you know, and God tells her specifically, hey, if you do this, you will be separated from me forever. So she ends up, you know, she calls the hospital to come, you know, help her because she took the pills and everything. But not only that, there was another girl who had a dream of, you know, they were going up a hill, and on the hill was like a torture device. And instead of people going through the torture device, a lot of them would jump down from the hill and commit suicide. And she said, you can't do that. You know, suicide is murder. You commit murder. You know, I would highly recommend against it. So that was my dream. This is what I want to tell you. Hopefully this helps you. You know, God bless you guys. You know, pray, ask Him. That's what He's there for. He's a Father. He will guide you. You know, Jesus is a teacher. He will teach you. Ask Him, and they will help you. God bless you guys.